Contestant number 2, Maribel Hernandez, church girl. Church girl, Maribel Hernandez.
Recently, I was at a gathering with friends, and we all were reminiscing about our childhood. And the topic somehow turned into fights that we had in high school. And everyone went around the table and told their story. And when it became my turn, I proceeded to tell the story of how I had a fight on the first day of high school with a former friend, all because she called me the B word. And as I'm telling my story, the girl next to me turns around and says, I thought you were a church girl. I felt judged. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I didn't know how to take this. Was it an insult? Was it a compliment? If she meant that I practice my faith and I go to church regularly, then yes, I am a church girl. Keyword practice. That means pray with me, don't play with me. I felt so judged because why is it such a bad thing to be a church girl? The God that I know, he loves you if you're gay or you're straight or you can't pick a side or you just want to sit it out. God loves you if you're a Republican or a Democrat or if you just lost your mind. God loves you if you're Black or white, or like me, the perfect blend. God loves you if you pray in church, or if you pray sitting on the toilet because you have nothing better to do. And the God that I know, he loves you if you're a saint or a sinner. And in my case, it depends on the day, it depends on the person. People ask me all the time, why do you go to church? And really, there's 4 main reasons why I go to church. The first is that it allows me to disconnect from the world and just be with God. And as a mom, there's only 2 places we get to do that, honey, and that is church and the bathroom. And even that's getting a little hard these days. The second reason I go to church is because I want to receive Jesus in a physical form. And as a Catholic, when the bread is consecrated, we believe that it is truly the essence of Jesus. And the only place that you can receive him in that form is in church. The third reason is I love to listen to the homily. That's when the pastor gets up there and goes on and on and on about what we just read in the Bible and tries to translate it into how it affects our lives today. And when I was younger, I really didn't pay attention to that part of the Mass because it was usually the time that I was thinking about everything I needed to do that day. But as I got older, and it wasn't until my lowest point in life that I actually started to pay attention. And I realized that God is speaking to me through those words. And the fourth and last reason why I love going to church is I like to be around people who love Jesus like I do, who have similar values. Now, don't get it twisted, honey. Just because people go to church does not mean they're righteous, because the devil is in the church too. But I like to be around people where I can be myself and I can be a church girl and not be judged for it. I want to leave you with this story. My daughter, my pride and joy, who was raised in the church, she married an atheist. God does have a sense of humor, doesn't he? I love my son-in-law, don't get me wrong. My son-in-law is one of the best men I'll ever meet. He's a better man than most Christian men that I know. And I would rather have my daughter marry a non-believer who treats her well, who's a good man, than marry a Christian who is a hypocrite. But for somebody who doesn't believe in God, my daughter sure loves to talk about him all the time. She loves having these deep conversations. And one day she said, Mom, I have a question for you. I said, yes, dear. She says, what if one day you die? I said, honey, we're all gonna die. She said, no, Mom. What if one day you die and you find out that there is no God and you did all this for nothing? I said, that's a very simple one for me. If I die and there is a God and I didn't believe in him, I don't want to go to hell. But if I die and there is no God and I did all this for nothing, then no harm, no foul. Everything will just fade to black. Now, I'm not a betting woman, but if I were betting on that table of holy craps, I'll tell you what I would not be betting on. I would not be betting on fade to black. My friends, whatever you believe, however you choose to connect with whatever that force is for you, that universe, don't judge. Because none of us will know the truth until it's too late. So while you're living your life and living la vida loca and looking for that happiness, be a good person. Don't judge people. Because on that final day, you just might find out that the one that was wrong could be you. Fellow contest master?